How to design a poster on Canva. Step-by-step tutorial. In order to design a poster on Canva, what you're going to do first of all is either type in poster over here or go down here and select poster. This is going to take you to all the different poster templates that are available. Alright, so the poster that I want to create is for an online course, and I've seen a template like that. So let's just click on that template, and then I will be recommended a lot more templates like that. So this is the kind of template I saw first, and then we're going to go down here, and there are a lot of other options here as well. So I can take inspiration, notice the kind of writing, the kind of pictures, and whatever is added here, the colors used. So, and I think this one is pretty simple. So I'm going to try and recreate something like this, but right from scratch. Now, if I click on this, this template would open up and I could customize this template and make changes to it. But we could also go ahead and create this from scratch. Okay, so let's go back and select our canvas. So you're just going to go and you're going to click on create over here, and you're going to decide what kind of canvas you need. The canvas that we need is this poster over here. So the poster is a portrait A2, so we're going to select that one. So this is what is recommended for a poster. So select that, your canvas will be set, and then you can start designing. All right, so here we are. This is our blank canvas over here, and you can zoom into it and zoom in and zoom out as much as you like. So I'm just going to set it to my preference, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start off by by deciding the text for our poster. So for that, you're going to go to the left over here and go down to this text symbol over here. So click on text. So from here, you can choose any kind of headings, or you can choose a text box. So usually I like to add a text box, and then I can change that according to whatever text I need to put in, and then just highlight the text, erase that, and type in what you would like. So I'm going to type in online course, and I would also like to change the text, the font. So I would also like to change the font over here. So I'm just going to go, so I'm going to click over here. This is the a font, and then this is the text size, and then bold and the colors, and then underlining and alignment and transparency and different effects here. So we're going to choose font. So over here, you can also go for handwriting, corporate, and display. If you select these, you're going to get options from those. There are some recommended ones. There are some recently used ones, and then you have a lot of other options as well. So what I would like is something like this, which is bold and still looks a bit professional. So I'm going to select that one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the size of the text. So increase the text size. You could do it like this as well. And you can also click and drag. And then that would also increase the font. As you increase the size of the text box, the size of the text is also going to increase. Then you can go to this move symbol here, and then you can move around the text box however you like. So that is here. Now this is giving me, because I've added the text, it's giving me a little bit of structure, and I know where I want to place the text, and then where I want some other graphics or colors or lines and subheadings to go. So now this is the text I've added through a text box. Now I'm going to add some text through a subheading. So subheading, and this is going to remain slightly smaller. There's going to be more of a subheading. So I'm going to just add a little bit of details about the online course. So over here, I'm going to list out the different courses available. For example, we have graphic design. So I've written graphic design, and for some reason, the font is absolutely very different from what we're going for. So I'm going to decide a font, and I think I like this one. So we're going to keep this, and I'm also going to reduce the size, but I will do that at the end. Now, because I want to make sort of a list, so I'm going to keep the same text box, type in graphic design, and I'm going to press enter, and then I'm going to enter in the next. All right, so I've made a list of all the courses that are being offered. Now, what else I want to change about this list is that I want to change their alignment. And for that, I'm just going to go to the top over here, and this is where the alignment is. I'm going to select that. And I'm going to change, I need to highlight all of this. So I forgot to do that. So just highlight all of the text, and then you're going to change the alignment. Now, this is the alignment that I wanted to the right, and this is it. So now I'm going to take the text box and move it all here. All right, so I've placed this text box where I would like it to be as well. So now I'm happy with that. Now, additionally, instead of moving it around with your mouse, the text boxes, you can also select the text box, and you can sort of, if you want to make slight shifts, you can use the arrows on your keyboard and slightly make slight shifts. So I'm moving it down a little bit and just seeing what it looks like. So you should keep doing that while you are designing and see what looks better. So if you go down here, we were at text and we have the headings and subheadings. So if you go down, you get some font combinations. Now this is very interesting because there are two kinds of fonts and these are templates. And if you choose that, you can place it anywhere and you can also change the text as well. So this is how it originally is. And I could just place this whole thing up over here and we could consider this as the organization name. Now, if we don't have that, I'm going to move this down slightly with the arrows on the keyboard and move this down as well a little bit. Now, so this could be the organization name or the group name or whoever is offering the service. And then if you click here again, double click, you can change this. You can change this text. You can also change the colors for this text. So go up here. This is the text color, and then you can choose a nice color that you would like to keep. You could make it brighter. So I've chosen this blue, and this is how it looks. So you have these this is really neat, these font combinations over here that you can choose from. They're all really interesting and very fun to play around with. So add that, add online course, add the list of courses being offered. And now what else we need to add is a register now kind of button. So we're going to go over here, and for that we need to go to the elements section. So once we click there, we're going to look for different shapes. Now we need more of this capsule shaped. We need to find this kind of capsule shape. So we're going to just type in. So click on shapes. You have shapes, you have graphics, you have frames, you have all of these. You have photos as well, 3D videos. You have a lot of options. So we're going to go to shapes, and then from the shapes, we're going to go here, and this is basically the shape that we need. Now I'm going to click on this shape here and make it longer and make it smaller because we only want to write register on it. So just move this down, and there we go. Now what we are going to type here is register now, and the text is, you can't really notice it. So I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to make it bold. I'm going to change the font. I'm going to make it this one. And I'm also going to increase the text size. So I'm also going to increase the font size. So just click here, keep clicking. And I do want it to pop and be noticeable. Oh, wrong spelling. So register now. So that is the button. All right. So now what I want to do next is I want to add an image over here. So in order to do that, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to elements again and then scroll down and browse the different categories that are present in the elements. Now I'm going to go to photos over here, click. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to type in or describe what kind of photo I'm looking for. So I'm looking for some kind of computers and let's just see, it says students on computers. So that's a nice suggestion. Click on that and there we go. We have some students who are working on the computer and it looks like they're learning and it is perfect for an online course. So I'm going to take one of those images from there and here we have it. Now I'm going to make it smaller. Make sure that the box, now these do overlap sometimes, so make sure you're selecting this box and not that box and moving it by accident. So select this box, move it here. Now what I think is that it needs to have kind of a border or some kind of background. So I'm going to choose something like this kind of shape again. So how did we do that? I'm going to go back to elements. So go back to elements here and then go and search over here. Click back here from photos, go down and then look at what we were doing, not graphics. We're going to go to shapes. So the shape that we need now is something that could go behind this photo. So I'm going to select maybe, I think this one. So I'm going to add this and make it slightly larger than the photograph so it fits behind it and longer. This is not the color I'm going to keep, so I'm going to change the color as well. Make it a dark blue. And then I'm going to go click on these three dots here. Now it's covering the image right now, so I want it to be behind the image. I want the image to be forward. Now I could either click on the image and click bring forward, or I could click the shape and I could decide to bring the shape backward. So I've clicked the shape. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to click on layer. So there are layers on Canva. So I'm going to click on this layer and then we have the options of bringing forward and bringing to front and then sending backward. So I'm going to send it backward and there now it is behind the image over there. So I'm just going to, I can still click this and then move this behind the image over here to move this. So now this is the change that I have made and just going to move it over slightly a bit more and the image as well. So with the arrows, just making tiny changes. Now, this looks fine. The text is clear over here. This is clear. but the image inside is looking odd because the corners are not rounded. So I'm going to click the image here and then go to the top, and over here we have the corner rounding. So click on that and then drag how much you want to round the corners for the image. So that, and I think the image should be slightly bit larger. So drag a little bit and just use the arrows up and down buttons. There we go on the keyboard, and just adjust it to the shape. Now this looks pretty good. Now the text is a little bit jumbled up, so I want to move this up a little bit away from the image. So it looks wide and open and not jumbled up, and move this slightly to the side and a bit lower, and this register button down more, and here. So now what's missing from this poster is some contact information. So under register now I'm going to add some contact information, and for that we're going to need the text box again. So I'm going to go here, click on text, and then add a text box. In that box I'm going to move it down here, make it larger, and write in an email and a number. There we go. So I'm going to go into graphics, and I'm just going to type in what kind of thing I'm looking for. So I've typed in abstract lines over here, and this is the result. Now I do like these lines, so I'm going to click on that. And sometimes you have the option of changing the colors. Sometimes you don't have the option. So over here, we do have the option of changing the dark green and light green color, and we could do that. But before that, I just want to see what it's going to look like. So I want to really increase the size and rotate the lines and then bring them down here like this. So that's a little bit better. Now, one more thing that I would like to add is kind of a little tiny contact logo over here. So we're going to go back here, and in the graphics, we're going to type in contact icon. And then from here, we're going to select a nice little phone. So maybe this one, and make it smaller, drag it over here, still too big, and move it right here. So now it looks pretty professional. This is pretty a beginner design, and it's pretty basic. But this is how you can get started. And you can get started on making your poster on Canva. And when you are happy with the design, you want to go up to the top right corner and click on share. And once you click on share, you can go down and you're going to click on this download button over here. So click that, and then what you're going to do is you're going to click on download now. You can choose the file type over here. So if the poster is going to stay in digital form, you can select this. But if you want to make a printout, or if you're planning on printing it, then you want to go for the standard PDF or PDF print, which is the best for printing. So right now we are going to just keep it that way and click on download over here. And then your poster has been downloaded and is going to be saved onto your phone. And that is it. That is how to create a poster on Canva step by step.